is here. We are being held hostage. They are watching us. 10th level. Thousands of battle droids.
What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and as you've seen in the intro, today we are talking about the Utai and the Pau'ans. So if you like these alien species videos, then please consider liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell for more. And you can suggest alien species for future episodes, if you would like, in the comments. Without further ado, let's get to Utapau and the Utai and Pau'ans. Utapau. Utapau is a lonely outpost in the Outer Rim, stuck between major hyperlanes in a quiet eddy that guarantees its isolation. From above, it appears to be a lifeless wasteland of dust and scrub, but the deep shafts that hold the planetary crust provide rich, vertical habitats. Two intelligent species share Utapau. The lanky Pau'ans administer the port facilities and dominate local government. Their longevity has given them the nickname of Ancients. The bug-eyed Utai are called Shorts for their small stature and commonly work as stable wranglers, windmill operators, and in other hands-on professions required to keep Utapau running. Formerly separated by geography, the two societies integrated when surface hyperwinds forced the Pau'ans to seek deep cover. The walls of the inhabited sinkholes are now studded with residential structures, landing pads, and power stations, all exhibiting an occasional jarring blend of Utai and Pau'an architectural styles. The surface of Utapau is bone dry. All water is locked in an underground ocean stretching from pole to pole. The subterranean spaces carved by this mass of water are responsible for creating the surface sinkholes, as well as vast caverns of exposed ore. Animals exist on every elevation of the ecological column, from deep-dwelling aquatic nos monsters to long-winged dactylians that ride the thermals, with lizard-like varactyls scampering up and down the walls. The capital of Utapau, Pau City, is the home of Booper Torkil Abbey Devices, which manufactures the Porax 38 starfighter for the Utapauan Skyforce. But the inhabitants have always preferred neutrality to fighting, and stayed out of the Clone Wars until General Grievous moved the Separatist Council there. Pau City Port Administrator Tyon Medon welcomed Obi-Wan Kenobi's clone forces, and Utapauan warriors helped them unseat the Separatist presence. But the Republic troops quickly became an occupying army. It would later be revealed that Palpatine established one of his secret storehouses on the planet. Medon and his successors answered first to an Imperial Moff, and then later to the humans of the Fey family. After the Battle of Endor, a newly freed Utapau joined the New Republic. Utapau has a diameter of 12,900 kilometers. It has 27 standard hours in its day and 351 standard days in its year. It has a population of 95 million, comprised of Pau'ans and Utai, and the mix is 70% Utai and 30% Pau'an. Language spoke, Pau'an, Utai, and Basic. They have a corporate government. They export ore and starships and import foodstuffs and technology. And now, the Utai and the Pau'ans. Utapauans is a name for two species that inhabit the world of Utapau, a barren world of rocks and deep sinkholes located in the remote Teraba sector of the Outer Rim. The Pau'ans are the upper class of Utapauan society, making up nearly a third of the world's native inhabitants. This species is the taller of the two, with slim builds, gaunt, gray-lined faces, and dark eyes. Dressed in tightly bound, thick clothing, usually only their hands and faces are visible, they serve as governmental administrators, officials, and bureaucrats. Their neighbor species, the Utai, meanwhile, are short and stocky, with round faces and long eye stalks. The Utai serve as the menial laborers, technicians, and ground crew for docking areas. On each foot, they have only 2 toes, and on each hand, 3 fingers and a thumb. But nevertheless, they are nimble and dexterous, completing complex manual tasks with ease. Their large dark eyes allow them to see in the dimmest of light underground. The Pau'ans are a very long-lived species and are often called the Ancients because of their longevity. While they originally made their home on the surface of Utapau, climatic changes caused stronger and stronger hyperwind storms, so they were forced to build a new home in the sinkholes where they first met their native neighbors. The Utai, in contrast, are often called the Shorts because of their stature, but also because, comparatively, their lives aren't very long. Utai colonized the walls and crevices of Utapau long before the Pau'ans ever thought of doing so, and while they are not as long-lived, they are the older of the 2 species. Between the efforts of the 2 species, entire cities were built beneath the surface of the planet in the tunnels, crevices, and walls of massive sinkholes. Because of their environment, both species prefer darkness, and Pau'ans in particular prefer to eat meat raw rather than cooked. The Pau'ans govern Utapau in a way that allows for a great deal of autonomy among the local cities. Local administrators, called Masters of Port Administration, act as a type of mayor of their city, and they are assisted by an advisory committee. Each of these individual port administrators is a member of the Utapauan Committee, which is managed by the chairman of Utapau, the planetary head of state. As only Pau'ans have these leadership roles, they often serve in them for many years because of their long lifespan. They receive their positions because of their heritage, with family lines holding on to leadership roles through generations. For example, Tion Medon was an administrator for Pau City, and he was descended from Timon Medon, who first unified the Utapauan peoples. When the Pau'ans first met their fellow residents, they taught their diminutive cousins how to generate wind power. Over time, the Pau'ans found themselves falling naturally into the leadership role, a role the Utai easily and readily relinquished. Although the balance of power is tipped in favor of the Pau'ans, there is no ill will on the part of the Utai. Even though they are regulated to menial or lower-level labor positions, they are not maltreated or underappreciated by their compatriots. But, while there is no conflict between the species, there is some conflict among cities as a whole. Each city on Utapau has its own Pau'an dialect and culture, and rivalry has often been fierce among them. Arguments and competitions have erupted in the politics of the Utapauan Committee on many occasions, though the competing cities always band together to face a worldwide threat. Such cooperation occurred when the Confederacy of Independent Systems laid siege to the Utapauan homeworld during the Clone Wars. The Utapauan Committee was not at all happy with its plight, and did not like harboring General Grievous, the commander of the Separatists' massive droid army. Committee members quickly and quietly agreed that they would turn him over as soon as the opportunity arose, and when Obi-Wan Kenobi came to Utapau to investigate the situation there, they immediately told him of their situation despite being watched by their overseers. Obi-Wan told them they would be liberated by Republic forces, but sadly Palpatine took control as Emperor and put into play the programming he installed in his clone warriors to wipe out the droid army, but take control of Utapau at the same time. While the Emperor reigned, Utapau remained a dominated world held in bondage to Imperial forces. When the New Republic came to power, the planet eagerly joined the new government, hoping to make a more active role in galactic society in order to prevent such a political travesty from ever happening again to their world. And you can see both of these species in Revenge of the Sith. Well, that is Utapau and the Utai and Pau'ans. Let me know what you thought of all that in the comments down below. And again, your requests for more alien species in future episodes. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching.